In 1911, the year I was born, the PIC begins.
PIC then called the Public Debt Commission.
The Public Debt Commission Act of 1911 was passed.
The Union of South Africa is formed.
South Africa is all through.
South Africans use pounds and pence.
The first flying school is opened in Kimberley.
PIC's leader is Sakasem, calls all Africans to unite against growing discrimination.
And so in 1912, the ANC was formed.
Between 1911 and 1917, the PIC has 4 CEOs.
They invest in South African railway and others.
By the mid-20s, the PIC has created a pool of government money, mostly from pension funds, and allowing the government to be able to borrow from itself.
In 1929, the Great Depression causes a major economic slump.
Despite this, the PIC continues to grow, reaching total over £149 million in asset management.
South Africa enters World War II. The Allies land in Normandy. Germany is defeated and the bombs drop.
Colleges and township jive best on the scene in the 50s and gets people dancing all over South Africa.
By 1951, the PIC has £448 million under management and investments all over the world.
In 1955, 2,000 women of all races march on the union buildings against discrimination. In 1956, 20,000 women do the same.
The Sharpeville massacre happens in 1960. The international community turns its back on a discriminatory South Africa, which in turn leaves the Commonwealth. The ANC is banned and its military arm, Umkhonto weSizwe, is launched.
In 1961, South Africa becomes a republic. We change from pounds to rand, from yards to meters, and British becomes minority white rule.
In the same year, the PIC reaches 1.6 billion in investments.
Mr. Dongas hands over the reins of the PIC's CEO to Mr. Diedrichs in 1964, who in turn hands over to Mr. Horwood in 1975.
Chris Barnett performs the first open heart surgery in 1967. Neil Armstrong lands on the moon 2 years later.
PIC has more than doubled its assets by 1971 with 3.4 billion rand under management.
SABC launches its first nationwide broadcast. Celtic, Pirates, Swallows, Chiefs and the Black Aces form the Castle League.
On the 16th of June, 20,000 school children in Soweto rise up against Afrikaans medium schools. 176 children are killed by the police.
The South African government imposes a state of emergency, and sanctions against South Africa devalue the rand.
Gerrie Coetzee becomes the first South African world heavyweight boxing champion. The Blokranz Bridge, the highest single-span bridge, is completed in South Africa.
The Public Investment Commissioner Act is passed that same year, and the Public Debt Commission is changed to the Public Investment Commission.
Its mandate is expanded to include 3 entities: pension fund, short-term insurer, and fund manager.
In 1990, Nelson Mandela is freed after 27 years in jail.
Over this period, the PIC grows with an average of 19.2%.
In 1993, F.W. de Klerk and Nelson Mandela jointly win the Nobel Peace Prize.
In 1994, the first democratic elections are held, and Nelson Mandela is sworn in as the first democratic president of South Africa.
We get a new flag, new coins, a new national anthem, and a new country.
I am a born free.
I am a born free. Born free. Born free.
Born free. Born free.
I'm a born free.
By 1995, the PIC has just under 100 billion rand in assets under management.
It is in this year that they started the Isibaya Fund, an initiative that invests in rural and development projects.
We win the Rugby World Cup against all odds. The petrol cost is R1.60 a litre and Lucky Dube rocks.
In 1998, the PIC has 8 staff members.
In the same year, the PIC was given the government pension funds to invest and manage.
This makes up 68.8% of their portfolio
and takes their assets under management to just under 200 billion rand.
People predict the end of the world.
Nothing happens to the computers.
The world enters a new millennium and the Twin Towers fall.
Mr. Mpankla becomes the first black CEO of the PIC.
Public Investment Commission became the Public Investment Corporation.
This increases the PIC's portfolio and stimulates growth. In 2004, the PIC has 44 staff members. In 2005, Tutsi wins an Oscar. We win the World Cup again in 2007.
And in 2010...
In 2011, the PIC has 296 staff members and reaches 1 trillion rand. In assets and investment.